Guys, you're absolutely killing your business. Let me explain. In today's episode, we are discussing the 8 ways in which you are killing your pressure washing business. Let's jump right in. Number 1, you're not learning from your mistakes. Guys, this business is a complete process of elimination. You're constantly having to learn and adapt to new things. You're going to make mistakes. It is inevitable. And what's important is you learn from those mistakes and not repeat them. I remember a long time ago, I heard a saying that goes, smart people learn from their mistakes. Dumb people never learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So, you know, you're watching this video, watch more content from YouTube creators in the pressure washing industry, and just make sure that you're learning not just from your own mistakes, but from the mistakes of others. Next, not investing in marketing. Probably the number one reason why a lot of businesses fail is because they're just not getting that constant flow of customers. So in order to solve that problem, you gotta constantly putting more money into getting customers. Now, think of your business as like a fireplace, right? What do you need to have a fire constantly going? You need wood, right? So a business is kind of like that, but the wood is money. And marketing, you're going to be constantly putting more money, and more money in order to get that money back on the back end. So the general rule of thumb, guys, is 20%. So what does that mean? Whatever you make in a month, like let's just throw some numbers out. Let's say you're making $10,000 a month. You're going to take 20% of that money, so $2,000. You're going to put that money back, reinvest that money back in marketing. Maybe you're doing Facebook ads. Maybe you're upgrading to a truck wrap instead of a magnet. Whatever that looks like in your business, you're going to take 20% of the overall revenue of your company every month, and you're going to dump that back into your marketing. Number 3, guys, CRM software. Now, I'll put an image up right now. This is the one that we use. It's called 𝐚𝐬𝐻. If you don't have a CRM program, you are making a gigantic mistake, because this is the brainchild, if you will, of Mr. Bubbles. You know, it's how we communicate to customers. It's how we send out receipts. It's how we do billing, etc., etc., etc. I know, for example, in the beginning of the year, we were sending out 100 texts a day, starting in February, just letting people know, hey, it's that time of the year again, etc. That right there generated around 3 to 5 jobs per day, just bulk texting customers. You can bulk text, bulk email. You will not be able to run a successful pressure washing business without a really good CRM program. And the one that we use in Mr. Bubbles, again, 𝐚𝐬𝐻. Sign up today, sign up for free. Number 4, guys, not having a live person answer the phone. This one's so important. We're going to do a separate video on this one, but guys, I get it, right? Like, I think my first 5 years in the business, I was the one answering the phone, and it was difficult. I was doing the roof, gutter, answering the phone, or I was washing the house, answering the phone with one hand and washing with the other hand. I get it. We've all been there. But you have to put a plan into motion, into place. Write an action plan on how you're going to solve this problem. You need to, as fast as you can possibly do it, you need to get to a point in your business where you have a live person answering the phone. A quick little story for you guys. Last year, the office manager called 20 of our top competitors here in our area. Now, how she found these people was through Google. So she Googled pressure washing companies, and she called all 20 people. And guess what? Out of 20 companies in my local area, only two of them ended up answering the phone. 2. And one guy said he was going to get back to her, never got back to her. And the other guy sent her an estimate via email a week later. So not having an actual person to answer the phone, a live person, that's your business is taking a snipe to the headshot if that's what you're doing. And as you grow your business, you gotta solve that problem. Number 5, guys, I see a lot of new people, we've talked about this in multiple videos where, most businesses fail. 90% of businesses actually fail within the first 3 years. And a lot of that has to do with reinvesting money into your business, because a lot of people don't understand the finances of how a business works. So they take money out of their business, like a mine, and they invest in their social life, right? They upgrade their car, they upgrade their clothing. I know a guy, for example, took money out of his business, went on a cruise, right? So that is not how to run a successful company. That is not how you do it. You need to reinvest a vast majority of that money back into your business. What that looks like, you might upgrade your equipment. You might get a ladder rack if you don't have one. You might upgrade your marketing. You might upgrade your uniforms, etc., 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 right? So the general rule of thumb for small businesses, guys, is you want a minimum of 30% reinvested back in your business. Again, I'm going to use the example of the $10,000 we were speaking about. So if your company is making $10,000 a month, $2,000 is going to go to marketing, $3,000 is going back into your business, again, and reinvested in some kind of infrastructure of some kind in your business. Step number 6, guys. Image. I'm going to call this one image. It's image/branding. You have to, we all know the saying about first impressions and all that, right? You have to create a not just a positive, but a professional image for your company. I'm going to give you guys a quick example of something I saw. I want to say it was like the week before last. I was driving through a neighborhood to do an estimate, and I seen a truck. This guy was soft washing a house in this neighborhood. And man, he had, guys, the skid that he had, it had to be a $25,000-$30,000 unit. I'm pretty sure by looking at it, I think it's one of Cody's units. I think it's his Aluminum Max skid. I mean, this thing was fancy, let me tell you. But guess what? The guy didn't have a magnet on his truck. He didn't have a wrap. He didn't have lettering. And that's not even the worst part. The guy who was washing that house, he was wearing Crocs. Okay? Yeah, Crocs. He was washing the guy's house in Crocs. Hey, you know what? Power to him if that's how he wants to run his business. But imagine the neighbor looks out the window and sees that. What's that neighbor gonna think? You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, why would you dump $25,000-$30,000 into a skid system, but you can't wear professional boots? You can't have uniform. You can't go buy a nice shirt that says volumes about you and who you are. That doesn't make any sense. You want to make sure that all your branding, from your social media, your online presence, your website, down to your uniform, down to your 5-arounds, your business cards, it all flows together. Number 7, guys. I see a lot of people making this mistake, and this is across multiple businesses, looking for shortcuts. Guys, I got a secret for you. There are no shortcuts in life, okay? There is absolutely no way to take a shortcut to success, because the road to success, it is filled with obstacles. And the only way you grow is by overcoming obstacles. You fall down and you go, okay, well, that didn't work. Let me try this. Okay, that didn't work either. Let me try this. And then eventually you sort of mold into that person because you learn how to overcome many obstacles along the way. That's the only way to do it. You know, when I started this business, my original goal was to retire at 50. I'm now 45. Right? So for me, this was a marathon. It wasn't a sprint. Right? If you're in this business just because you want to make some quick cash and it's a side hustle for you, you're never going to reach the level of being considered a professional, because in this business, it's a lot of hard work, it's grimy, and there are no shortcuts. And finally, guys, the eighth thing, the last thing that you are not doing, by the way, and pretty much I want to say it's 99% of you are not doing this, and it is killing your business, and it's this: you're not developing your sales ability. Okay, let me repeat that. Not developing your sales ability. Guys, sales is a skill. It is. Learning how to sell is a skill. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. You know, you have to develop yourself in that arena. I'm actually going to do a separate video about this, about how to create your own pitch and things of that nature. But anyway, the point here is buy books, watch videos on YouTube. You know, get out there and practice. There's this old saying in sales that says, you know, look them in the eye, pitch them high, watch them buy. You guys ever heard that before? Look them in the eye, pitch them high, watch them buy. That's where it's at. So, you know, I know here, and you know, I've mentioned this in some of my other episodes, where in this channel, we talk about money. We talk about pricing and what we charge and what we think, you know, would be a good starting point for you guys that are starting your business, for you guys to start. So you're not going to be able to reach those high level plateaus of sales, of charging, you know, $1,000+ for certain jobs if you don't practice. And that's the point. You know, you have to get out there, get yourself in front of customers. And of course, guys, hey, you know, that's why this list is comprehensive, because how are you going to do the sales if you don't have the branding? If you don't have the equipment, if you're not learning from your mistakes and you're going out there and you're killing people's plants, for example, you know, you're not getting Google reviews, 5-star reviews. It all flows together. So let's get out there. And maybe you are doing some of these things, but maybe you're making a mistake on a couple of those things. Guys, let's tighten that stuff up, and let's get out there and make that money. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in this business, but this business, remember, it's a process of elimination. You get the no's out of your way for you to find your yes. Bubbles out.